Okay, so let me get this straight. 4 people are sitting in front of a Senate committee, under oath asking for lifetime appointments to the federal bench, and not one of them can answer the question, who won the 2020 election? Not one. They all gave the exact same rehearsed non-answer. The Electoral College voted. Congress certified. Biden served. That's not an answer. That's a hostage script. 37. That's the number. According to the New York Times, 37 Trump judicial nominees and counting have given that exact same certified line. 37 people, same phrasing, same dodge, same result. And you're going to tell me that's not coordinated? That nobody at the White House handed them a card and said, say this or you don't get the gig? So here's what you're about to watch. Senator Blumenthal asks them one by one. Simple question. Who won? And watch their faces. Watch how they freeze, look down, and recite the script like they're reading off the back of their eyelids. It would be funny if these people weren't about to get lifetime power over your rights. This clip is about 5 minutes. Pay close attention to how identical the answers are. And then stay for the breakdown because I'm going to show you what one of these nominees was posting on social media on January 6th versus what she said under oath yesterday. It's a whole different person. If you're not subscribed, now's the time. Let's get into it.
Blumenthal, I believe you're up.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for your service. Ms. Westerkamp, who won the 2020 election?
Senator, under our Constitution, the Electoral College votes for the president, and then that is certified by Congress. And in 2020, President Biden was certified by the electoral.
Yeah, that's not my question. Who won the election?
And again, Senator, under our Constitution, and it's actually.
Well, you know, I know who was certified, and I know what you think of certification because you tweeted on January 6th in a post saying, in reference to the 2020 election results, a certified lie is still a lie. I'm asking you, who won the 2020 election? Let me make it more specific. Who won the popular vote?
Again, Senator, under our Constitution, what matters is who the Electoral College votes as.
But I'm not asking you for what the Constitution says. I'm asking you for your view factually. And frankly, we've received this kind of canned, ridiculous answer before, as you know, because you were instructed to give this answer, right?
Senator, I am speaking to what the Constitution, under our Constitution again, and that is actually Article 2,
Let me
as well
ask you
as
this. Who won the 2024 election?
in the 2024 election, again, the Electoral College voted for President Trump, and then the Congress also certified President Trump as the winner of the.
Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election?
Senator, that goes back again to under our Constitution. The methodology is set forth in Article 2.
Let's try another question, Ms. Westerkamp. Was the United States Capitol attacked on January 6th, 2021?
Senator, again, I condemn all of the violence that occurred on January 6th.
Okay, we're not going to get an answer from you. And let me try Ms. Clark. Ms. Clark, who won the 2020 election?
Senator, under our Constitution, the mechanism for electing a president
I am amazed. I am just amazed by the insult to this committee of witness after witness seeking to be a federal judge, subverting our Constitution, and showing how you have no independence, which is essential to a federal judge. Ms. Lane, who won the 2020 election?
Apologies. Again, Senator, the Constitution outlines the process, and as a judicial nominee, I'm here to talk about what the Constitution requires, which is an electoral vote and certification by Congress. And in 2020...
Okay. Who won the election?
In 2020, President Biden.
Mr. Rickey, who won the 2020 election?
Senator, as my colleagues have stated, the process we have under the Constitution is a vote by the Electoral College, followed by certification.
Was the Capitol attacked, Mr. Rickey, on January 6th?
There was violence that occurred here on January 6th, Senator.
Was the Capitol attacked?
I would just say, Senator, there was violence that occurred here on that date.
you've seen videos of what happened.
Yes, Senator, I have.
Was the Capitol attacked?
Again, Senator, I say
Ms. Lane, was the Capitol attacked?
Senator, the characterization of January 6th is subject to ongoing controversy and debate, and as a nominee, it would be inappropriate for me to characterize it.
Ms. Clark, who won the 2024 election?
Senator, under the process set out by the Constitution, the Electoral College elects the president, and it's sort of the
Can you
president.
pull that mic a little closer, please?
And the Electoral College elects the president. And
You know, the answers here, which obviously are canned, they're pre-rehearsed, they're Orwellian in their denial of reality, and they are a subversion of this process. They're an insult to this committee, but they also fundamentally show a complete lack of independence and backbone and impartiality, which are the fundamental requirements of a United States District Court judge or a judge on any panel, Ms. Westerkamp. And I'm a little bit disappointed that you're not more original, that you can't think of a few different words. I'm just amazed.
All right, so let's talk about what you just watched. Because that wasn't a confirmation hearing, that was an audition. 4 nominees, 4 identical non-answers, all performing the same little dance to avoid saying 3 words. Biden won, period. And Blumenthal called it exactly what it was: canned, pre-rehearsed, Orwellian. His word, not mine. And he's right. Now here's the article. Multiple judicial nominees repeatedly refused to state plainly who won the 2020 presidential election. Blumenthal grew visibly frustrated as Westerkamp, Clark, Lane, and Riccia all gave nearly identical evasive responses. He called their answers an insult to this committee and said they showed a complete lack of independence and backbone, and that's from a sitting senator on the Judiciary Committee on the record. And here's the thing, Blumenthal is counting on you to understand. These aren't cabinet picks. These aren't political appointments that rotate out every 4 years. These are lifetime federal judges. They serve until they die or retire. There's no election to vote them out. No term limit. Nothing. So when someone can't say who won an election that 62 courts already ruled on, 62, and you're about to hand them a gavel for life, that's not a red flag. That's a 5-alarm fire. Now let's talk about January 6th, because this is where it gets even worse. Blumenthal asked them, was the United States Capitol attacked? Simple yes or no. And you know what he got back? Ongoing controversy and debate. That was nominee Kathleen Lane's answer. Ongoing controversy. 140 police officers were injured. People died. There are thousands of hours of footage. But sure, ongoing controversy. Here's the article on that. Several nominees declined to characterize January 6th as an attack on the Capitol. Lane called it subject to ongoing controversy. Others conceded that violence occurred while carefully avoiding the word attack. This is strategic evasion. They know what happened. They just can't say it because the guy who nominated them is the same guy who pardoned the people who did it. And let me make sure the math is clear here. According to the Demand Justice Report, 21 out of 27 Trump judicial nominees described January 6 as a political issue and refused to comment further. Not one mentioned the officers who died. Not one mentioned that the House and Senate chambers were breached. Not one mentioned the death threats against Mike Pence, 0 out of 27. That's not caution. That's a loyalty oath. Now here's where it really falls apart. Kara Westerkamp. She's nominated for a lifetime seat on the Court of International Trade. The same court that handles tariff disputes, by the way, for the president she currently works for in the White House counsel's office. And yesterday she sat there and gave that same certified line like she'd never heard of the 2020 election. But here's the article. Blumenthal confronted Westerkamp with a social media post she made on January 6 that referred to the 2020 results as a certified lie. She retweeted posts saying the Capitol attack was orchestrated by members of the Senate and Capitol Police. She posted that Congress's workday was just interrupted for a couple hours. And then yesterday, under oath, she suddenly couldn't form an opinion on any of it. The contrast between her outspoken past comments and her guarded testimony, as the article puts it, is staggering. So let me get this timeline right. In 2021, Westerkamp is online calling the election a certified lie, retweeting January 6 conspiracy theories, downplaying violence against police. In 2026, she's sitting in front of the Senate saying the Electoral College votes and Congress certifies. That's not growth. That's not reflection. That's someone who knows exactly what to say to get a lifetime appointment and is willing to pretend She never said any of it. And when Durbin asked her to denounce the violence, she said she condemns all violence. Didn't apologize to a single Capitol police officer, didn't reject the conspiracy theories she spread. Just said using social media that way wasn't proper. That's it. That was the whole thing. And here's what Blumenthal said that I think people need to hear. He questioned whether these nominees had the independence and the backbone to serve. He said federal judges require a steadfast commitment to impartiality and the truth, and those qualities were entirely absent. He's been on this committee for 15 years. He told the New York Times he keeps waiting for one of them to stand up and say, "I'm not going to say this nonsense." Not one has. And this article nails it. Legal experts are warning that this level of evasion undermines public trust in the justice system. When prospective judges cannot publicly acknowledge well-documented events without resorting to political deflection, it raises serious doubts about their ability to render fair, unbiased, and reality-based rulings. That's not a partisan take. That's legal scholars saying if you can't admit what happened in 2020, why would anyone trust you to evaluate evidence in a courtroom? And here's the deeper problem. This is not just 4 nominees. This is a system. 37 and counting, all using the same language, same dodge, same certified script. The White House is coaching these people to deny reality as a condition of employment. And 19 Democratic senators have still voted to confirm at least one of them. 19 so it's not even just a Republican problem anymore. It's an institutional collapse in real time. So here's what this means for you, the person watching this. These judges will decide cases about your voting rights, your civil liberties, your freedoms for the next 30, 40 years. And they couldn't tell you who won an election that was verified by every single state, certified by Congress, upheld by 62 courts, including judges Trump himself appointed. If that doesn't concern you, I don't know what will. And here's the article that brings it all together. This level of evasion marks a sharp departure from standard confirmation norms. Nominees have traditionally avoided commenting on issues that might come before their courts. Sure. But refusing to confirm historical facts like the outcome of the 2020 election, that's new, that's unprecedented. And it is a deliberate documented pattern designed to stack the federal bench with people whose first loyalty is to a president, not to the Constitution. So here's the line. Next time someone tells you this is just politics, tell them this. 37 judicial nominees, all given the same script, all refusing to say Biden won, all getting lifetime appointments. One of them called the election a certified lie on social media and then pretended she had no opinion under oath. That's not a confirmation process. That's a loyalty test for people who will have power over your life forever. And we're just watching it happen. That's it. If this helped you see it clearly, like the video, subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one.